Ability that Ferreira. Yeah, we talk about beautiful sights. Just look at that. Well, perhaps not a beautiful sight for the Paarl Royals this evening. Couldn't get started. Ruben Herman, the only one that got himself a bit of a start this evening.
Halfway in terms of overs, there are 5 down. 69 is on the board. Let's take you back up to our commentary box for Triple M. Nicholas, Chris and Butcher.
We've been Butcher. Got rid of Butcher and we've replaced him with a Smith. A lot of Smiths in the world. But this is the big fella alongside another big fella. So the tournament commissioner is Sir Graham Smith. He's with us, and so too Chris Morris, who's a relative small. Right. I mean, in right. Very hard to get underneath. Graham, great to have you on board. Happy so far with this season's tournament, albeit as if the batting's for
more here than Butch. But yeah, no, it's been an amazing few weeks. Just some incredible cricket, great fans. I mean, the fan experience has been awesome to be a part of.
Fit in well with some of the youngsters on the field at Mullet.
So you've got, Graham, a bit of jeopardy going into this final few days of the round robin part of the tournament, with 3 sides all with a chance of making position 4 here. And then, of course, it's this. I love the way you've structured the playoff stage of the tournament, where you're not necessarily gone immediately. You know, you get second chances if you've been a decent side. Just watching Donovan Pereira to Dinesh Karthik, who's played within himself here, occupying balls and time.
Yeah, Mark, it's still a new system for South Africans to get used to as well. I mean, we know it from the IPL that, you know, with only 6 teams in the tournament, you want to reward the 2 teams that do the best in the round robin phase. You know, 1v2, and give them a bit of an extra chance to qualify for that final. So 1v2 in Port Elizabeth in the opening game. At the moment, it's looking like an MI Paarl Royals game. It's going to be an outstanding contest. Incredible players on show. We've seen the vibe in PE this year has been magnificent. It's true cricket supporters love a day out, and we're building so much incentives into those knockout games. You know, from crowd experiences, ticket savings, kids playing on the field.
This might be a brilliant catch. Johnny Bairstow is so convinced. So they're going to review it. So the only issue here is whether it's clipped the. Oh, he's gone. Immediately gone. Bayan Kahim is away. Gonski.
Yeah, originally it didn't look like the umpire was going to give it. JSK bowler Donovan Pereira and the keeper were so adamant that he had hit this. And yeah, it's thick inside edge, and what a piece of work. Bit of luck for Johnny Bairstow, but managing to catch it. You can see how adamant he was there. He knew straight away, looking at his captain for the review. And then Khilim eventually, when he knew it was going, he took the walk. He has to go for 9. Paarl Royals.
Arrives at the crease. They might need a few more than 9 from him. This is very frustrating for Dinesh Karthik because he's resolved to hang in there. We saw Johnny Bairstow play good innings at Paarl, where he hung on in there and then tore into them from the 16th over. Spun from the off, didn't it? I mean, the ball that Stan Hain hit down was a ball that spun a bit, which is why he didn't hit it where he wanted to. And bowlers have been judged player of the match a number of times during the tournament, which is further illustration of Graham's point. The bowling standards have been higher than the batting standards. It's 12 gone now, and it's 81 for 6.
Back in September, this one had it all. The goals, the cards, the spectacle, the miracles. And it wasn't done there.
Bit of needle. A little bit of needle. A bit of needle. This is why we love the Premier League.
This rivalry has only just begun.
This place is boiling.
Winning means everything.
Wonderful edge about it now.
Arsenal v Man City.
Game on.
Live on Sky Sports.
Field to cricket on that famous old ground. Vian Lubber for the first. Chris Morris is signalling with his hand that he'll spin it on this surface, or is implying it?
Yes, more than a pop. Usually actually bowls with the new ball on the odd occasion. The wicket does turn, but definitely control it, and he does give it quite a rip, does Lubber. We'll instantly see how he goes on this wicket.
It's a good run. always safe. They went straight away.
Well, DK, you know, him and run out, so I reckon batting with him is a hairy experience.
Got to get a head start at this stage, doesn't he, Graham?
At a certain age, you know, you've got to make sure you get ahead of the game, Murray.
Amongst the aims of SA20 is to develop cricketers and to encourage youth to expand the game, develop out the game, and SA20 have really targeted that ground.
Yeah, Mark, we're very proud to have, in our second season, to have launched the schools program, Schools SA20, over 500 schools, girls and boys, over 1,000 games. We're actually in our phase 2 at the moment, building to our finals weekend in mid-March. Also, you know, investing in an under-19 girls program. We're trying to support Cricket South Africa in developing the talent on the girls side of the game. I think it might have a free hit, chat. Yes, it is. Lovely to be on strike for a free hit. Marcus, so talent development is a key part. You know, you mentioned the rookie program, all these things in terms of keeping South African cricket strong, working alongside Cricket South Africa to build the cricket ecosystem up back in South Africa, to bring the spirit back to the game and the talent, and seeing our national team strong.
No idea what's going on here. Chris Morris, over to you.
Yeah, well, fans up here in Joburg at the Wanderers. And usually such a good catching ground. All the fans up here.
Oh, he can't believe it, Faf du Plessis. One ball still to come. Dinesh Karthik still on strike. We know where he's going to target.
You know the feeling if you're a part-timer and you've been here and you're under pressure. Just hold that ball a little tighter, the arm gets a little stiffer.
Much harder, that line. Wide, wide, wide. 103 for 6.
Yeah, the game of momentum. Before the over started, the predicted current total with what they were going at was around the 140s. And now it's gone up to almost 160, which will be a rather competitive total at this venue on this type of wicket. They really need to be sharp to do the Joburg Super Kings. It's 3 in a row for Dinesh Karthik. A little bit of momentum change. You can see the body language drop a little bit. In the crowd. Can't blame the effort.
There's no lack of commitment there. Body's on the line.
Amazing what money does to people, huh? Imran Tahir, this is a more orthodox move. Third time this season we've had 3 sixes consecutively, 3 consecutive balls. Heinrich Klassen, no surprise there. George Linder. George. Dinesh Karthik. What are you putting out to me, Sue? Only the 3rd no ball. Only 3 no balls bowled in the whole tournament. Wow. That's discipline, isn't it, amongst the bowling fraternity?
So refreshing to see the bowlers coming to the fore in the T20 tournament. Graham, you mentioned the batting wasn't good. I think the bowlers deserve all the praise. They've been absolutely brilliant. And as you said, slightly more challenging wickets than we used to, but the skills have been on show all tournament. Lovely to see 3 seamers up in the top wicket takers.
Isn't your best effort. Oh, Dinesh, you got lucky again. Misjudged. Evan Lewis so good under the sky earlier.
Emi Tahir not happy, but you get a feeling when you're watching the fielder get in there that he just, Evan Jones misjudged it. Slow to take off, and in the end had to thrust forward, so you never get your momentum in the right place. Eyes moving, and a lovely knock on.
An ultimate shame now. Because Imran Tahir is furious, and wait for this. Evan Jones has been moved, has been replaced. That is shame. He's up at extra cover now.
You know, a lot of people will complain about that, but what I'm excited about is that it means so much to these players. Chatting to the players around and after games, they speak about the standard of the cricket, that you need to be at your best. Seeing the teams that want to qualify, want to compete. When you're building these franchise leagues, Mark, that's what you want from your teams and your players. What I'm excited about is that it means so much to these players. Around and after games, they speak about the standard of the cricket, that you need to be at your best. Too much emotion when your teammate has made a mistake. Don't make him feel too bad. He's the
characters have always made the game.
Yeah.
Boy, did he celebrate. I mean, we saw that broken off. Fuse rage, really, but he had one the other night. He gave us a bit of Ronaldo, didn't he? Oh, that's safe, that one. .107 for 6.
Fast delivery. Hilarious entertainment.
We've double booked your weddings. What?
It's on Prime for $8.99 a month.
Right. Santander's Edge current account gives cashback to reward.
107 for 6.
Fast delivery. Hilarious entertainment.
We've double booked.
Fast delivery. Hilarious entertainment.
We've double booked.
Fast delivery.
Customers.
They also reward treachery.
Whether they'd make it to 3 figures. Well, they're going all right now. 6 overs still remain. 107 on the board. Kartik just has to bat and bat. There's Donovan Ferreira figures. I've seen Eric Simons, the Super Kings bowling coach, out there a lot with Ferreira, working on his off breaks. He's told me he's been the seamers, he's been wicket keeping. He's now an off spinner.
Lots to play for. Qualifying coming up. Marquee, if I can spend just 5 minutes. Some incredible things that we're creating, in particular for kids in those knockout games. I said earlier, kids on the field, big discounts. So much to give away in those knockouts. I think the amount of money that's on offer to win prizes. Really want to finish the final week of season 3 strong, and that's a terrible delivery from Patarana. Much needed runs for the Royals. It's been such an incredible season, Marky, and thanks to you and the commentary team have been a huge asset for us fans, and we've really focused on how much we can give back to the people in the last week of the tournament. So I look forward to seeing you celebrating the last week of Match of SA20 really well.
Strong message from Graham Smith. Get down to these qualifying games if you possibly can. Support SA20. It has become such a narrative in the South African summer. And he gets one on target. Poor fellow, this Tikshana Patirana struggling with his confidence. Ideally, they wouldn't be playing him, but the injuries to such a powerful fast bowling attack has meant slotting people into positions that they might not otherwise be occupying. And of course you can't protect him. You're shoved into a match situation that's close to do or die for the Super Kings, and you feel it however much cricket you've played, and he hasn't played a great deal. He's inexperienced, his action isn't repeatable, so he will feel under a lot of pressure. And now he's been just slapped through mid-on.
Yeah, the knock that the Royals needed from Dinesh Kartik in that middle order, in the top order, and David Miller have done so well this season, and he's played for a background role, but today he's had to step up, and you're seeing the class of the man, getting his team to a solid total.
Ground has filled up a bit now. It should be an interesting evening with the run chase and the Joburg Super Kings so badly needing to win. Oh, it's another wide. This is becoming painful. The over from Dian Luba, and then 2 wides, 2 boundaries, another wide. And although he's bowling at great pace, he's firing it in there at 146 k's per hour. You can tell from Eric Simon's face that he's deeply concerned.
Yeah, when he has missed his mark, it has been down the leg side this whole tournament. It's just something that he seems to be struggling with. He's so good at reverse swinging the ball and sparing it into leg stump. Lines are off at the moment from him.
Too high, way too high. It's just confidence, you know, and that's why he's appealing like he is, because he desperately wants a wicket just to give himself a lift. And oh, okay, that's having a look.
TV umpire to director, we have a play review for LBW. The original decision is not out. I've checked the feet and it's a fair delivery. Can we go to front on, please? Okay, ball's close to the bat. Can you just confirm that with outer edge? Okay, it's nice and slow. Yeah, there's a clear gap between bat and ball. Just keep rolling that through. Satisfied, there's no bat involved. Can we go to ball tracking when ready? Original decision is not out. Still waiting for ball tracking. pitching in line, impact in line, and wickets missing. Stephen, you can stay with your original decision of not out. Stand by. You're on screen, signal now.
Is not out. Painful, I should think, but not out. This is also high.
Again, you mentioned the excitement of the final. Must be quite refreshing, especially as you being the commish. A team like my captain, after 2 dreadful seasons, making their way up to the top and qualifying for the final.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually interesting to note that a number of the games, majority of the games, they've only played 2 internationals. They can play up to 4 in the 11, so playing 9 South Africans backing their local talent, and that top order this year is unbelievable. The asset of Trent Bolt and Rashid Khan and really the bowling line has been perfect. That Cape Town crowd has certainly got behind them. I mean, it's a full house every night there.
Yeah, great vibe. They had a good win in the game I covered, and it was as good a night out, I think, as I've seen in the tournament. And it's fabulous for my Cape Town to have performed. They're a great franchise, and the tournament needed them to get firing as they've done this season. Very pleased for Rashid Khan too, one of the special men of the game. Oh, the African sunset. Finally got the over finished, which will be great relief to the bowler and to the captain. It's a 120 for 6.
اوس تاسو کولای شئ د کرکټ ټولې لوبې په خپل موبایل یا کمپیوټر کې په ژوندۍ بڼه وګورئ. تاسو اوس کولای شئ د فیصل ټي وي ویب سایټ څخه د کرکټ ټولې لوبې را سره په ژوندۍ بڼه وګورئ. نو فیصل ټي وي ویب سایټ په خپل موبایل کې څنګه خلاصوئ؟ راځئ چې طریقه درته وښیم. اول لومړي کمنټ کې لینک درکول شوی هغه باندې کلیک وکړئ. او یا هم ګوګل کروم براوزر په خپل موبایل کې خلاص کړئ. دلته به تاسو په ګوګل کې فیصل ټي وي سرچ کړئ. سواتیا باندې چې تاسو کله کلیک وکړئ نو دا به بیخي کم مصرف له تاسو څخه کوي. که دغه ویب سایټ تاسو خوښ شو نو د
The lights taking effect here at the Wanderers. And is it making batting slightly easier? The players have spoken about this, that it is easier to bat under lights. Hence why Faf du Plessis said he was very happy to bat second here, because it's been tough to bat first. And now the lights are starting to take effect. And the last 5 overs, we've seen 51 runs. So there's been runs for the Paarl Royals in these last 5 overs. Maybe some bowling changes, maybe a little puzzling, bringing on, for example, Vian Libber. This over went for 22 runs. Paarl Royals. Yeah, the lights taking effect nicely. PK's batted very well. He's had so little time out in the middle, but he's showing his value. No Joe Root, no David Miller today. DK has been taking responsibility, which is what you expect, gentlemen.
Yeah, I think in this format it's always at 1 over. It can change the momentum. A lot of question marks around why he brought on Vian Liver at that juncture of the game. You're bossing the game, you want to make sure that you bring one of your strike bowlers on and get rid of the dangerous Dinesh Karthik. If you allow quality players like him to get in, he can get himself in and he can hurt you. We've seen it time and time again.
Never want to give a player like Shot a chance. History suggests that when the rub of the bean goes his way, he always delivers. And I've noticed it from a very young age, actually. And that first ball dropped on that stump, and the bails didn't come off. I'm like, guys, might be in for a big one here.
I remember you were the one to share the sentiment in the last match the Royals played. Afforded him an opportunity and it absolutely hurt him towards the back. Talk about the ball running onto the stumps. There's also a drop chance.
Evan Jones, that was that long on. Well, he fielded well initially. Unfortunately, that drop catch costing Super Kings at this point.
I'm trying to say double chance, double trouble coming their way.
Double trouble.
I'm afraid they've used their review. They can't.
Starts online anyway. It's always animated when he's appealing Imran Bahir. A bit like Philander. Always feel better's out.
Oh, Vern, you always thought it was out. You convinced your captain numerous times to go for the review. Oh, Vern, you and Carl Verreina, same what take group, I reckon. You convinced 16 overs and a goal, 124 on the board. Oh, Vern, you and Carl Verreina, same what take group, I reckon. You convinced 16 overs and a goal.
What's a group? Bowlers Union.
Oh, Vern, you and Carl Verreina, same what take group, I
There's a
reckon.
45 still going. What's a group?
Got the energy to boot
Bowlers Union.
of an 18-year-old. This one, should definitely win the stumps, but Myers Paarl definitely missing the stumps. It felt like the impact was outside the off stump.
Keeper gave it away as well, didn't he? Bairstow moved across, you could see. We've got 4 overs to go. Projected score, current rate 155. Would be an interesting chase. That would be very interesting, I reckon. To say the Joburg Super Kings wouldn't get there, but it would be fascinating to see how it goes. Different conditions for Paarl Royals to bowl in, and what they have really been experiencing at the coast.
I reckon he's going to switch it over short third man.
He's calling it early. Calling it early. Now Fakhtibis is having a conversation with Fulyon about the fields. Not 100% happy at the moment with the side at mid-wicket. Still going switching.
Check.
Confident appeal yet again from JSK. Umpire yet again shakes his head.
Yeah, it's important that you land these Yorkers. You cannot afford to give the batsman any length to work with. That's full. Tell you what, with the angle, I think it's missing off stump quite comfortably. Rusting for pace, didn't it, Robbie?
Tell you what, Vern, he will be icing those legs tonight.
On strike captain for today for the Paarl Royals. Yun just having a little look to so I wasn't 100% happy with something there.
Villion having to do an Intini there.
He's trying to tough him up for room at the moment, isn't he? That's what it looks like the plan is.
Yeah, you've got to give credit here to John Fontaine. I think he's played a very decent role here, leading strike with Dinesh Karthik, making sure the partnership builds up. Good captain's role.
Yeah, and he can bat Bjorn Fontaine, but he'd also understand the importance of this partnership. Really giving themselves a chance in this game with this partnership forming here.
A few freebies down the leg side for Paarl Royals. They'll be accepting those with open hands because they've needed a little aid in this innings.
More than a few, actually. I think the lack of form and when you have a partnership building like this, and he's also rushed, so in his head he probably is not clear about what he's going to deliver at the top of the mark. I'm thinking about execution.
Yeah, and I think that is so important, especially at this juncture of the game, from a bowler's perspective, that you want to be clear in the back of your mind. Every time you get to the top of your run-up, this is the ball that I'm going to commit to. Yeah, you can sometimes get the execution wrong, but when you get the execution wrong and the thinking pattern, that's when you're under pressure as a bowler.
You don't want to make fast bowlers feel like they're rushed. You want to give the fast bowlers as much time as possible, and that's why changing between the overs is really critical, because at the back end, the more time they have, more time they have to think about what they're going to bowl and think about executing it really well.
Yeah, I remember in the South African setup, it was a big talking point, especially early on in the innings, to try and get through those overs and allow bowlers in the back end just a bit more time. You want to be calm, top of your run-up.
Oh, he's hit that with some serious power. Beautifully played to take him up to 49, but also the partnership is now worth 53.
Tell you what, the instincts are still there, the reflexes still work. Good short ball, pumped it in front of square, along the ground, moves on a 49 here. Dinesh Karthik. It's been a classic innings.
It almost seems like he was waiting for a bit of length from Hardispool. Excellent, he's got a fast set of hands.
He has been so crucial for Paarl Royals today, showing his worth with his first 50 in Betway SA20. He's had many in his T20 career, 35 of them. It's 137 for 6.
The top innings this from Dinesh Karthik. Came in when 4 wickets were down, came in the 5th over. He stood tall here. Stood tall this ball as well. One bounce for. Great way to bring up the 50. Also, score moving on, 137 now.
.137 is a crucial innings this is by DK. 53 he's added. Three sixes. So 4 fours so far. The IPL has held at the World. Do you remember?
I can remember. Didn't do enough.
66, 42.
He's trying to be humble in the process here, Robbie.
No, not enough to take us over the line. We lost that final.
Duplessis settles underneath it. Imran Tahir with his customary celebrations is off.
He's off, isn't he? Yeah, boy. He enjoyed that. They enjoyed as well. Better late than never. Finally gets Dinesh Karthik with 2.3 overs to go. Tossed up slow through the air. Didn't get it. The bottom of his bat. The impact point slightly ahead of the body. Far safe as houses there. Long off. And soon he goes.
Absolutely brilliant from the 45-year-old Imran Tahir. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is a massive wicket in the context of this game and also the campaign for the JSK. For Karthik, he goes for 53. The Royals are now 138 for 7.
For 7 it is. 66 not out, or 42. Came in at number 3 as well. You capitalised on it, yeah, the Wanderers.
Yeah, that was one of those rare games that season that I did well. I was one of the first players to be transferred in professional cricket. So I actually transferred from Mumbai Indians to RCB. Pretty much felt as an imposter in the RCB side for the longest time. And it was that game, that performance that made me feel like, okay, now this is my team.
Down, yes.
He's been playing this shot all the evening, Dinesh Karthik. Just missed time, low on the bat. Couldn't get the elevation. Yeah, like you said, the one guy underneath the catch. It will be the captain, Paarl Duplessis.
Looked like the intention was to go over covers. Oh, that was close as well. But I think the ball thrown just a little bit, just enough for him to not get direction on that delivery.
The ball's missed so well, especially against the tail-enders. The slide and it just skids on. Just look at him go.
You've got to love his energy, don't you? So vibrant as a 45-year-old. The end of the over, 139 for 7.
Rain played like a pro, and he showed you how to play like a pro today. DK was absolutely brilliant, used all his experience, put on a fantastic half-century. His first in Betway SA20. So Rain played like a pro. Stand-up innings from DK. So a little bit of trouble for Paarl Royals, as we've seen in a lot of the games. Trouble for teams batting first. There's definitely a little something in the wicket. It's been tough starting to find different ways to bat. They've also obviously got to take into account there's no Joe Root, no David Miller, so big changes they've had to make as well. You've got to take that into account. How good has this man been? The last 3 games in particular. Well, he just missed.
Paarl has been phenomenally impressive in this tournament. Slower deliveries, just his attitude. Honestly, Ron, the future of South African cricket looks really bright here.
Yeah, and I think this is exactly what this format allows players to do. But, well, you can go and predict the winning total for this evening. Head over to SA20.co.za. There are your options. I think we're beyond the 140. I reckon anything between 121 and 160, 161 and 200 have to be those predictions. But I'll leave it to you. Head over to SA20.co.za. Go and place your predictions.
Now trying something with the use of the feet for Tane. He's now got to take a different role. DK is out. thought he played the perfect role with Dike, was at the crease, but now his role changes.
Yeah, I think just back to Lucas Apamla. Previous seasons he looked a little bit hesitant, but this season he looked full of confidence. Really bowls the ball, which is important in this format. In previous seasons he perhaps bowled a couple of hard balls and got put under pressure by batter's intent, but this season he's really brought it intent about him. Excellent option again from him. Slow ball into the surface. It falls for 2 and they're going to come back.
That angle there between long on deep wicket at this ground, always an opportunity for 2, but truly they have been very impressive. Mapaka, Pamela, Andre, some of these youngsters have been mighty impressive.
Makes those catches look so simple. So Paarl is also making bowling look simple right now. A definite trump card for JSK.
Tell you what, the only way you can tell Paarl's age is the fact that he's not diving for these catches anymore. Generally, even a catch running back, you take it and fall back over. This time, hard, quick full toss, put in the right intention. Easy pickings for this man. Paarl continues to impress. The skipper has to go. There are 142 for 8.
With all the injuries that JSK has had, in particular to their bowlers, Lucas Apamla has stood tall. 9 wickets in the last 3 games for him. He's got 11 in total. He just keeps taking wickets, and it's at crucial stages. Just when Paarl Royals wanted to push things along. Mapaka is in at 10. Paarl Royals have had to fight for every run, but they do have the highest total at the Wanderers this season. Match of SA20, previous 140. They've had low totals throughout the season. A couple of high ones at Centurion. One game where over 400 runs was scored. That was Paarl Royals up against Victoria Capitals. Mapaka is just recently matriculated from St. Stithians, and he's got fans all around, certainly got his classmates watching on as well. Gets himself off the mark straight away. He's 143 for 8.
He's been great tonight, Apamla. 4 overs, 3 for 19. Top figures there. Got the dangerous Lohandre. Then Dudgeon. And at the end, last over. Got the captain. Caught by his captain. After this man has been highly impressive. It's a very bright future for South Africa.
143 is on the board now. JSK at times has been a little slow in between overs, and they're going to pay the penalty because they haven't bowled their overs in time. So one of the fielders now has to come in. They can only have 4 outside of the 30-yard circle for this last over. Have to bowl your overs in time, but before the start of the final over. I'm afraid you're now going to have 4 outside.
This is a tough gig there, especially for the last over bowler.
That's going to be important, the fielding in the inner ring.
That's a great stop, that. The skipper, Paarl du Plessis. Yeah, it's one of the challenges, I think. T20 cricket, you've got to bowl your overs within the stipulated time. In fact, just have to bowl that first ball of the last over inside the stipulated time. So moving quickly between the overs is very, very critical.
can, of course, now at this stage pretty much take your time, though. You've got the penalty. So he is taking his time, just making sure he gets this field right. Mujib on strike. Not able to get underneath that one. Now he wants the second run. Has he caught the fielder off guard? No, he hasn't. That was a quick release, and that's what was important.
Trying to farm the strike there, Mujib. Can hit a long ball.
Director, we have an umpire review for a run out. The strike is in. Can I have your sign on that?
Money here.
Okay, all collected cleanly. Bell does dislodge with the batsman well short. I'm ready to make my decision for the screen.
Quick release, clean take, and the bails are off. And wicket number 9 falls. Mujib goes for 3. It's 145 for 9. Ngidi is back in the side. One of 3 changes that Paarl Royals made today. Fortain leading the side. What do you think JSK is feeling about chasing this total?
Well, I can tell you one thing. That it's going to be hard work for them. Because Paarl Royals bowling side is a formidable one. They are riding high on confidence. And Faf and his group have to win this game. They want to put themselves in that 3rd spot.
A couple of home games, which helps out, obviously, to finish off the campaign. Pretoria Capitals will have 1 home game, and then they travel to Newlands to play My Cape Town in the reverse fixture there. Play My Cape Town tomorrow at Centurion. Very tight for those final 2 places between 3 teams. It's well bowled by Viljoen, but I'm afraid the luck is going to go the way of Paarl Royals as they manage now some more important runs and get up to 150.
That's been that kind of a day, hasn't it? The rub of the green has been going the pink team's way here. Great in-swing in Yorker. Missed the stumps by a whisker. Went past Johnny Bairstow by a mile.
From Viljoen, it's over though.
Got the right intention here. He can bat here. Parker. There we go, he wants to play.
Right, 7 in this over. One more ball. Parker on strike. Trying something different is Parker. Big appeal, and Hattis Viljoen finally gets the answer he wants from the umpire, who says yes, that is out. The innings will end on 150. It's going to be fascinating, certainly, to watch this chase. And Parker said, well, you know what? Why not? Let's have another look.
Wants to maintain his average than that.
Even Faf du Plessis is having a bit of a laugh about it as well.
TV umpire to director, we have a play review for LBW. The original decision is out. I've checked the feet and it's a fair delivery. Can we go to front on, please?